But
I don't get that vibe.
But I do get that vibe. I get that vibe where they're, you know, because I don't get this whole, like, oh, he's so afraid of failure. Like, if I were afraid of failure, I would be on LinkedIn finding another 6-figure-a-year job that I'm more than qualified to do.
Okay, so why does Mike David hate you?
I have no idea. I really don't. I don't know why Mike hates me. I mean, I think I've given him reason to after that one time where we went head to head on the show, and I'd given him he was nobody in comedy. Here. I think I gave him a reason that time.
All right, Mike, you're on.
Okay, first
I can't hear you, buddy.
Hold on. Josh has got to get headphones.
Yeah, please have some fucking respect. Put on some headphones.
Jesus.
And I have to preface this with a few things. I got to get out some real honest things so people know where I'm coming from.
Okay.
First of all, Patrick, that's why I need to say this first. First of all, I am fuming. 100% fuming. And then immediately I need to say this, Patrick, I 100% have respect for you and this show, and I don't want to come on here and start annoying you with these calls, okay? That's first. But I can't sit here and listen to this liar go on and try to trick us once
Okay, but Mike,
again.
hold on. But before you launch into this fucking theater of the mind
Here we go. See, I can't do it.
Hold on, though. Hold on. All I'm saying is drop the flowery language and the over-the-top. I want you to be real because it's hard to tell if you're fucking on what level you're fucking with him, which you are on some level.
Well, sorry. This is how I perform, Patrick.
Okay, well, we don't like it.
You don't like it.
Okay.
You don't like it. It bothers hosts when other people call in who have shows for some reason.
We like honesty here.
This is complete honesty.
All right.
You know, I don't know why you would think this is dishonest. Why? Because I'm going to pepper it in with jokes to make it not annoying and entertaining? It's a show.
Okay.
It's a fucking show.
All right.
Listen, see, me calling into other shows bothers the hosts for some reason.
I'm not bothered. I want you to be fair because I think he
I'm being
deserves
fair.
you to talk to him honestly and without jokes.
I don't think he deserves shit. He's not a fucking seasoned entertainer. He hasn't earned any of this. This is the problem. He's living in a delusion where he talks and he presents himself as if he's a seasoned entertainer who has earned the right to talk about himself in such a way.
I don't think he's even listening. He's checking his Instagram.
I don't give a fuck if he's listening. It's about the people. It's not about Denny. Denny represents an attitude that 80% of our bloggers, podcasters, and phony comedians have today. They're deluding the entire industry because they think they're the same. They think they're the same as people who have worked their ass off to actually get fans. And this Kickstarter has proved one thing, that there is nobody who gives a shit about Josh Denny. 66,000 Twitter followers. You can't even get one fucking backer.
Just got another backer.
Oh, yeah. Let's read the names. Patrick, fucking D. Fritz, and what's the other one? You?
Nope. You can't back your own project.
You can't fake the numbers on this one, buddy. You're finally showing your true colors.
No, Mike, did you listen to the show the other day?
This is why your attitude has changed today, because you know that it's coming to a close.
If you listen, to the show from the other day, if you listen to the show the other day, I was pretty ambivalent about whether or not I thought the vinyl thing was going to take off.
It has nothing to do with that.
But
we like
that's convenient for you.
The reason we're making fun of you is because you are a joke to those of us that make fun of you. You are a living joke.
And why?
We don't respect you.
And
we
why?
don't take you serious because you're dishonest.
Dishonest about what?
About everything. You take everything right to the line where we can't officially call you out. We can't catch you, but we all know you are twisting the truth right up to that line.
What am I twisting the truth about,
we can
Mike?
actually catch you.
Mike, what am I twisting the truth about?
Here we go. Perfect example. Let me go to your Kickstarter, which is a permanent tab in my browser.
Okay. Thanks.
I'm fucking insane about it.
I'm a backer, and I don't even have it as a tab.
Good. I'm crazy. I'm fucking obsessed with this situation because it's really driving.
You should have Kick Track open, probably. If you
Patrick, you ask a great question. What a great question. The reason I'm frustrated, and I was worried about this morning. I go, Mike, why are you letting this take you over? Why is this charging?
Very good question.
This is a big question, and it really worried me, and it was concerning me. And then I did some deep thinking about it. You know,
Why?
I hate to be.
Why are you deep thinking about Josh Denny?
That's a really good question, too.
It's very important. Listen, Patrick, if you want to belittle it and make it unimportant, then why is anyone listening to this show? If everything is so stupid on the other end of it, if all of our...
people love drama, don't get me wrong. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying...
Exactly. Why am I...
You have a hard-on for, like...
It's not a hard-on.
Exposing something.
I'm pissed.
Okay.
He has frustrated me. He's ruffled my feathers. And again, I did look at it. I go, Mike, why is this interesting you? What are the actual...
Can you get to it?
Is it selfish? Am I doing it
for... Because at least Josh and I have done this where we've butted heads a handful of times. And it's like, after 2.5 hours of screaming at each other, we get hungry enough to bury the hatchet.
Here's the difference. You're his friend, and that's fine. I ain't. I like Nobody Likes Onions. I listen to him, and I just hear him shoveling horse shit down everyone's throats, and Patrick's never in a position to... I'm not blaming Patrick for any of it, and good. I certainly don't want this to come across as Patrick has made a mistake by having Josh on, or Patrick lets Josh slide. That's not what I'm saying.
I think Josh is very funny, on and off the show.
Not even a concern of mine. Him being funny is not a concern.
I would hope not. You put me up in your club.
Oh, shit.
I'm just saying, you put me up in your club, and I remember coming off, and you're going, yeah, you were really funny. And when we spent time together in Chicago, I thought we all had a blast.
I'm not saying you don't have the ability to be funny, okay? But that doesn't... Don't go patting yourself on the back just yet. You being able to make a few good jokes in there doesn't make up for the attitude and the lying and the delusions and the watering down of everybody else who actually... See, that's what I figured out is really making me mad. It's that people like you dilute. You take the word podcaster and you make it a joke. You take the word blogger and you turn it into what it means today. You take the word comedian. How much weight do these titles hold when you got... Here's Josh Denny's bio on Kickstarter that he wrote himself. Josh Denny is a stand-up comedian, writer, and director based out of Los Angeles, California. Josh has been a touring comedian since 2007 and has released multiple albums since 2008, reaching over 1 million content plays. Do you see how you brought it right to the edge of truth? So we can't call you out because you could go, I have had 1 million content plays. I have toured.
Okay, so what's your fucking point, Mike?
The way you word things.
I'm sorry if you think that means...
You try to trick us. You try to trick us. You are more...
If he actually has 1 million content plays and he says I have 1 million content plays, what's the trick?
Yeah.
Oh, Patrick, I appreciate that you're trying to ask the tough questions. You're smart enough to know exactly what I'm talking about. And
I'm not. I'm saying if he's saying 1 million and he has the numbers... and they're 1 million, that just means 1,000 content. If I add up all my YouTube videos, I probably have 1 million content plays.
Yeah, without a question.
Patrick, this is why it's frustrating, because he knows that. He knows he can't tell a fucking blatant lie because we'd fucking catch him. So he fucking takes it right to the edge to where we have to be frustrated.
Do you not get what marketing is, Mike?
You're mad that he knows...
Fuck yourself, liar.
Okay.
You're mad that he knows how many content plays he has.
Yeah, Patrick, that's why I'm mad.
It's
Everybody listening fucking understands what I'm talking about.
No, I'm being deadly serious. I don't.
Okay. All right. Josh Denny's bio should says, this is what I would appreciate. Okay. Hi, I'm an aspiring stand-up comedian.
I've been paid to be a stand-up comedian,
currently,
so technically that makes me a professional.
For Uber. The way he writes this bio,
why would he put I work
now?
Honestly, why would a comedian put their day job in their bio?
Okay, Patrick.
No comedian would do that. When I had a day job, I didn't put that in my bio.
Of course. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm saying is he needs to be humble. This is why everybody's fucking mad at him.
Because he has a fake it till you make it attitude.
What's that?
Because he has a fake it till you make it attitude.
Yes, but he is more concerned with appearances than actually doing the work. And if he just did the work, we'd have no problem
So
with
what's the work, Mike? What's the work I should be doing?
The work is less trying to emulate this celebrity comic and more coming up with content.
How do you? But you haven't seen a show of mine in over a year. You don't know what I'm doing to come up with content.
Josh, this isn't an argument. I've made my decision. I'm just here to tell people that, listen, somebody understands as well. I'm there with the frustrated listener on the other end who has been trying to figure out why they hate you as well. So I spent some time thinking about it. And that's all this is. I don't need you to convince me I'm wrong. I'm 100% with this. Yeah. And it's insulting. And the reason I'm making a big deal about it is because it's insulting. It's insulting to people like me. And don't take that as, well, maybe I'm not happy with where I'm at.
That's exactly what it sounds like to me.
Of course. That's not up for discussion. That's not the argument. The argument is, why are other people so bothered? You know, Luxter and all these people and all these other people who make
Luxter said he bought his CD.
Okay. Well, then I guess I'm wrong.
No, but like, do you not think that Luxter's a Josh Denny fan, honestly?
Wait, is Luxter the Luke Cranberry guy or whatever?
Yes.
Okay.
Luke Cranberry.
Is that what he said? Is it the thing?
Yeah.
And listen, I do want to add this. I love being this mad about Josh Denny.
I know.
I love this kind of stuff, and I'm not going to be embarrassed about it. This is entertainment at its best. But don't take that as you're doing the right thing, Josh. Don't take that as a compliment. Keep eating those fucking fingernails.
This is what Mike wrote in Facebook. And you missed some doozies of fights in there. But this is what he writes publicly. Josh will delete the Kickstarter after a few more days in order to expose himself as a failure. Or in order to prevent exposing himself as a failure. He will give some reasonable excuse like it was his idea to shut it down, but not because nobody likes him. Like, so you think he has zero... I just told him the same reason. People aren't going to buy the same album they already have heard.
Yeah, it doesn't necessarily represent how many fans you have if they don't buy this.
I don't think it was a good first Kickstarter. And I told you that.
Yeah, and we thought, and we agreed that I was like, it might not be. I guess we'll find out. And we are.
If I had 66.5 thousand followers on Twitter, I could put up a Kickstarter called Give Me Money Now and fucking have it backed in a day. The fact that you have 60...
Then go do it.
That's not... I don't want
to. Go do it.
That's not what the argument's about.
You just said if I had it, I could do it. Then go fucking do it and shut everybody up.
I have 66,000 followers. That's what I'm saying. I don't lie about how many people are fans of mine.
Okay.
You do, and now we're seeing the results of the lies. You don't have 66,000 fucking fans. You bought those. You fucking manipulated those people into...
I manipulated them into following and favoriting and liking and...
You have been trying to emulate a successful comic for years, and that's our problem. You're not a successful comic. You're not a success. You haven't earned the right to call yourself one, yet you want to live in this fantasy world where you're the same. You're the same as Neil Brennan. You've got a manager. You're the same as all these guys.
Yet I do have a manager.
I have a manager.
Yeah, Patrick's cool and he's good. We're not talking about Patrick. Patrick earned the right to do whatever the fuck he wants. No, not okay.
Josh performs more around LA than I do.
Good for him. So does fucking the dude who dresses up like Jesus. You know, that doesn't mean
Kevin?
Shit. He can perform all he wants. And I just watched
this.
His name's Kevin.
Bullshit. It's fucking horseshit. Your stand-up is horseshit. There's not a fucking honest bone in your body.
Okay. You know the thing that's going to kill you is that it's only you. You're the only one that thinks exactly like you do, Mike. And there are thousands that disagree with you.
Okay. Well, where are the thousands? Show me the thousands.
I don't know. Maybe they're at work, dude. I don't know what they're doing right now.
And everybody knows it. This Kickstarter, what are you going to do when you have 5 backers and it's day 30? What then? Then you're going to blame it on, oh, well...
I'm not going to make a comment, Mike. It didn't work.
Where are the thousands of people? Because let me tell you something. If I put up a Kickstarter, no matter what it's for, it will get backed.
Great. Go do that. That's your shit. I don't pay attention to what you do, man. You're not on my radar, Mike.
That's not the point. The point is, if you did have these thousands of people that you just claimed to have, they would show their support, no matter if they want the album or not.
It's the same as saying if Patrick has 30,000 Twitter followers, why can't he sell out every venue in America? It's not the same, but it is. I've never said because I have 66,000 Twitter followers, I've got carte blanche as a fucking artist. I've said I have 66,000 Twitter followers because they're just that. They're fucking Twitter followers. Where are you making up this delusion of grandeur that I just throw out into the world?
Now we got some fight.
I think it's just you angry that it might fucking happen for me and not for you.
100% wrong. Josh, I ain't your cousin. I ain't some deluded idiot that's going to buy into this fucking spin. Stop it.
There's no spin, Mike. There's no spin. Go run your fucking empire that the world is in love with and just beat me by succeeding. If you think that I'm a phony, then go be real and fucking succeed. This is all about you. This is all about you thinking you lay claim to what real comedy is and what real podcasting is.
I am the one who knocks.
I am the one who dictates what legitimacy is. No one in the industry knows who the fuck Mike David is. I've said it before, and that's not changing.
Keep it that way, phony. I'm not the one who wants that, idiot.
Great. And it's happening. It's happening slowly but surely. And you can discount it as much as you want. Okay.
Nobody is fucking cheering you on. Not one person, and people fucking hate me.
Well, look, I hope when it happens, I'm the first one to read that you've slit your wrists. Now move on and find something more productive to do with your time.
Deal.
Or no
that being
deal.
Said, good show, guys. Patrick, you are killing it. I don't think, the minute you brought up pay only, it's like the show turned awesome. I don't know what.
Everyone scrambles.
I fucking love this show. And you know what? I'm joining the overdose because you deserve it. Seriously.
Oh, great.
I'm joining right now.
Good.
Just be nice to me for like at least a month consistently, Patrick, because I don't really want to have a falling out with you.
I haven't been mean to you. I know. I treat you like
but it's
the neighbor next door.
Coming. We've been getting along for too long now. It's coming. A thing's going to happen. I can feel it.
Well, let me know first. Just give me a heads up.
Okay. Josh, you're a fucking fraud. How dare you?
Okay.
Bye, guys.
I love the friendly sign off. I don't really know how to work phones. Hello?
Hey, boys.
Okay, there's Shuby and
Mike. Hey, guys.
Hey, Mike.
Stop sounding so friendly.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm a friendly guy. So what's this about? I invited Josh Denny to a barbecue?
What?
This is insane. Somebody in the chat says, wow, Mike, you invited him to a barbecue.
No, Patrick invited me to your Red Bar thing. When you were...
Oh, Red Barbecue.
No, your Red Bar, the thing you had up in some
have
loft
that. That's
in
a
LA.
funny name.
Yeah,
Red Barbecue
Red
Radio?
Barbecue.
No, just a barbecue.
Yeah, like a Red Barbecue.
Yeah, I should open up a barbecue joint. I know a lot about that industry.
Okay, well, a lot of sarcasm coming my way.
No, that's not sarcasm, Patrick. Me and you will start a place called Patrick's Pickles.
Never start anything with you.
How about Norm McDiner, huh? Fucking
that was pretty funny.
Norm McDiner. I like that.
We're gonna call the place Coffee Shop. Then we didn't.
Were you calling Josh Norm McDiner though? Like all he does is dine?
No.
Oh.
Why? What? Where did this come from? Because when we were in Chicago hanging out, you loved.
Yeah, 4 years ago I didn't like somebody and now I hate him. That's fucking weird. Isn't that how things change? So
4 years ago you didn't like him?
I didn't know Josh. Why would I hate him when I met him? When I met him, you're saying 4 years ago I brought him to Chicago. You didn't have a problem with him then? Yeah, because I didn't know anything about him yet. I've learned 4 years about him now. Conclusion, he stinks.
Okay.
I think that's a pretty good fucking flip-flop on my part. Pretty smart. But you know what it is? And you were asking the question throughout the whole show, like why all of a sudden?
No, this is crazy. Luxter, Moody.
I know. Well, I'm going to explain what's going on. So it's not all of a sudden. It's like, it's like a underground zit has always been there. Now it's to the surface. So little by little, Josh has been chipping away at any credibility that he has. And it's to the point now where we're not buying it anymore.
Okay, but you have to explain what he's done to hurt his credibility. Like, what, honestly, when you break it down...
I like how you ask the questions yet.
No, aside from all the shit we've already fought about.
Yeah.
What makes it where him just deciding to try to put out a vinyl album is insulting to you?
It's another... I want to be this thing, but I'm not quite there yet. It's very off-putting to people, and this is obviously why everyone has a problem with it. And again, we're only taking it as serious as, well, this is showtime. Everyone's in the chat. This is fun. Nobody's sitting around thinking that this is a real issue.
You said you thought about it intently.
I did. I'm speaking for everybody else. I am sick over this situation.
Okay.
I really am. Listen, I'm no longer embarrassed to be too into this topic right now.
Okay.
No shit.
It's, to me, nobody else wants to really go out of their way and tell Josh how much they hate him. It's a risky thing. You don't want to go into the group and be like, I hate Josh, and then, spend a bunch of time arguing with people. But enough's enough.
Because the majority disagrees. They had that post like a month ago, and the majority of people disagreed.
Keep telling yourself that.
It's on the fucking thing. Like, you can deny the facts, Mike.
Again, I'm not here to argue.
You're just here to spout delusional bullshit that's not backed up in fact.
I'm pretty drunk.
I can't even argue with that. Maybe that's true.
It's absolutely true. It's called Red Bar Radio.
If that makes it feel so better, if you could rationalize it, that's fine. It doesn't change the opinion of many people.
You said this hate from Mike is based on him not being comfortable with something in his life.
No, specifically with Mike, I think it had to do with the interaction we had like a year ago when he was talking shit about my album, and I told him he meant nothing to the comedy
industry. It's been
industry.
A steady buildup of you showing yourself as a buffoon, to me at least. So when you ask, Mike, why were you nice to me, 3.5 years ago? Well, it hadn't gotten to this point yet. We weren't there yet.
Yeah, but we don't have any interaction whatsoever, Mike. Like you have this sort of like
for yourself.
Right, that's my point. Like you're shadow boxing with me in your own mind.
So?
Well, that's fucking insane.
Why did you say speak for yourself?
I didn't say I wasn't insane or a bad person.
Okay.
Coming from you. You asked me why do I hate Josh? I'm telling you. I'm not making it up.
Hold on. He said you guys don't interact, and you said speak for yourself. So what is this based on?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, I read his stuff. I watch the show. I hear him talk.
But Mike, you try to troll shit that nobody else is looking at. Like
you know what? It's so funny. Everyone who gets made fun of now thinks they're allowed to just call it trolling to make themselves feel
Mike, when you sit and wait for me to post something, like when I put Survivors Anonymous up, and then you put JL Colvin's video up after mine and go, oh, weird, this just came out. You didn't know he and I were friends, and you thought you were going to drop the dime on how I stole someone's idea.
Yeah, that's
you're a piece. That's exactly trolling.
More likely to steal from one of your friends.
Trolling.
You didn't bust me. You didn't bust me when our video was made 4 months before JL's. You fucking moron. You were trying to bust me, and you were wrong, and you just put, okay, my mistake,
Patrick,
because you were full of shit.
Call me a moron?
Yeah, probably.
Oh. I can't believe you called me a moron. That's the M word.
Hold on, your video was made 4 months before it came out?
No, my video was made months before it was released and before JL did his video. So he put... Another comic did a video about rape joke survivors in a meeting room.
It's so played. You're such a tryhard. Stop the rape, the niggers, this, that. We get it.
That's your whole fucking show. Are you mad that I'm moving in on your territory and eliminating material for you?
Yeah.
End of story.
Could you imagine if this was what it was about? I'm afraid of Josh moving into my territory.
Right.
Okay. I don't know why it has to be an argument about me versus you. You know,
because
just
you've made it that way, Mike.
I don't know why we all can't just have some vodka.
This has nothing to do with me.
This has everything to do
with
like,
war,
this
though.
is your okay. I'm not going to
stop with the race war. We don't
love
need
the
race war. This is engaging enough without
It's a race war, though.
It is race war.
I'm hammered. I'm effectively hammered.
You know,
Mike, you don't think it's unhealthy that you've spent the last 2 hours just livid about my existence?
In my pajamas, typing in the chat like a 12-year-old.
Right.
For hours.
Right.
Sounds like a fun night.
Is it unhealthy? I can't determine that anymore. You know, I just can't. The things this world is doing, you know, who's to say who's doing it right? That's not my concern. My concern is you infuriate me. Is it infuriate or furiate? You do that?
Infuriate.
Infuriate me. You frustrate me. And, you know, it's very fun to be a part of it. But again, don't think that means we're just trolling and doing it for our own enjoyment. Just because it's fun doesn't make you any less guilty of your lies.
Loving the numbers coming in from this crossover app.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're hitting them.
What's that mean?
Love all the numbers coming in. The feedback, our internal polling here for the crossover episode we're doing is through the roof.
Oh, cool.
Right.
Josh, you know, stop trying to defend yourself and talk. Talk is cheap. Just do. And people will respect you when the work shows itself. You know, and that's the biggest problem.
Okay, but he has written television shows and sold them.
Oh, well, you should probably let us know about these things.
Well, they're not going to get made.
They're not. Okay. Yeah, this is internal shit. It's not published.
Big boy. You made a show that didn't get made.
Yeah, but he's writing television shows and getting paid for it. I'd like to do that.
We don't know about that.
Okay.
So what do you want me to say? All I could do is judge from what's been shown, and what's been shown has been shit. I'm sorry.
Okay.
When the show gets on the air and I become a fan of it, maybe I'll have something different to say. But right now, it's sitting in a fucking envelope. It's some exec's office.
Give it a minute.
But you hate legit.
And Patrick, how do you know that that's even true and he's not fibbing?
What do you guys want? Check stubs?
No, I'm not. Listen,
can we calm down for a second? We do still want those content play numbers. We're still waiting for that, the committee.
Yeah, you know what about the content play numbers? How did you get the math before? Because you said you got the math before. You posted on your Kickstarter in your bio. You've said it on the show that you've gotten 1 million content plays. When we ask you to show those numbers, now you say, well,
I'm in the middle of a fucking podcast, man. I don't have a laptop in front of me.
Not have a mobile device with a smart device?
No, I can't. I can't pull those files.
Okay. So it's too complicated to get the numbers. Now, how long would it take for you to assemble these numbers?
Why the fuck do I owe them to you? Like, I feel like you're asking me to play the game.
Too. Josh, let me tell you something. That's the first smart thing you said. You know, when somebody puts me on trial and I don't want to fucking talk to them, I'll say, fuck you. It's none of your business.
Right.
You haven't said that. You've been defending yourself for 4 hours. That's the best thing you ever said. Fuck you. That's a man. That's how a fucking man responds when he doesn't need to show shit to people.
Okay. Well, there you go.
So there you go. Maybe you learned something from all this.
Yeah.
You know, when people start saying a bunch of shit about me that's not true, I don't sit there and whine as if I'm forced to be on trial.
No,
you say, fuck you.
Yeah, but part of the reason, Mike, that I do that is because of the past that Patrick and I have, and I want him to know, like, if I say shit now, it's because it's true. It's really not about the fans. It's not about you. It's about making sure that it's establishing credibility between Patrick and I, because there's been shit that's happened in the past where it wasn't always the case.
I don't care about any of that.
I know you don't, but I'm explaining that to you. If it was just such,
you've been exaggerating. Just admit it. You know, have you ever thought of taking responsibility for maybe any of this, or we're just so wrong? Are we completely wrong?
In talking about what?
All of this stuff, Josh. The manipulation and the exaggeration of numbers and fanfare has been your issue since day one. Nobody has an issue with you attempting projects or working or trying to be creative.
No, that's exactly what you guys have an issue with. Because it's every project, Mike. It's every project.
We take issue with dishonesty, and your shit stinks of it.
Of dishonest.
It's that's the difference. Nobody goes to attack somebody when they're doing something in an honest way. People only get attacked when they're coming off as dishonest. And whether or not you're being honest or it's coming off as dishonest, there's an issue.
But if it were really that way, and I was so afraid of my perception or whatever, why would I put out a Kickstarter that could fail like this at all? Why would I make myself vulnerable if I was that concerned with upholding a bullshit reputation?
I honestly think that you thought Kickstarters were easy. You see all these people.
I don't think they're easy. I look at the amount of work that goes in. You're making assumptions, dude. You're making assumptions, Mike.
100%.
I said on the show the other day, it won't go or it will. Those are the two possible results.
But you didn't prepare a video for it or anything?
No, absolutely.
So how do you use it as a gauge for anything when you don't put your all into it?
But I don't think. I mean, like in the beginning, I didn't think of a way like a video would help that project.
It's not about this project in particular. This project was just another way of you showing us where
you guys think that because I did a Kickstarter with little effort that my ego is so big that I thought the money would just fly in, and you internalize that and allow it to fester when it's all made up in your fucking head. I don't think any of those things. This thing will come and go, and you'll be like, fucking told you you're a failure, and I'll go, okay, yeah, it didn't work.
It's not about that. We don't get excited about that. What we're recognizing is a comedian driven by ego instead of creativity. Now, you might have both. That's not to say you're only one way, but what you're not doing it the right way. You're not being humble enough, and it's not your fault. I think everybody does this now. You know, what you're doing is certainly typical of how comedians act. I'm not on board with any of it. So when you make comparisons to all these other people, good for them. I'm not concerned with what they're doing. I'm concerned with how I perceive things. And how I perceive this is somebody who's not being sincere, somebody who's cheating to win and trying to get somewhere. You know, he's
but again, you have to like give specific on how he's cheating you.
I have.
No,
Patrick, you bring up a lie every 6 minutes when you talk to Josh about one of his previous lies, and then you act startled when we accuse him.
But because it's like, I think you hate the fact that he mentions a million content plays in his bio. You don't hate the fact that he says he has a million content plays. You hate a guy that would put that in his bio.
Patrick, do you? No, not at all. Not at all.
Because I would kind of laugh at that if I had seen that.
You know, it's just about.
It sounds.
Patrick, can I ask you a serious question?
Yeah.
Do you think he has a million content plays? Do you think he's being
a weird thing to lie about? It's probably not hard to do.
Okay.
Like, I'm not saying hard to, you know what I mean? But I mean, like,
of course,
it's probably not that crazy of a lie. If you have 20 tracks on your CD and it's for free, and you factor in Pandora and all that shit where it just gets played automatically. Okay.
Here's another question. Now, if we never learned about how Josh obtained his Twitter followers,
because I told you, because I wasn't trying to hide anything.
Well,
remember
that was after being asked for a very long time.
It was not. It was Patrick. How did you get your Twitter following? Josh, here's the fucking answer.
So what about this plane crash that Patrick kept bringing up?
So let's change the subject because we're defeating all of your fucking arguments.
Well, no,
Mike.
The subject here is, you know, a lot of people think you're a liar.
We talked about it. It's in the overdose. When you get your subscription, you can go back and listen to that episode.
Fair enough.
He admits that he lied, and we talked about it, and it was over.
Oh, okay. See, I didn't know that. I didn't know anything about that.
Sounds like you're fighting from a real educated point of view.
I'm not fighting. You know, this isn't a fight for me. What am I fighting for? I don't lose anything here.
Justice in the comedy community.
Freedom.
Josh, I think this is, it's an engaging subject for people and for me. Sorry.
No, that's fine. I mean, dude, like, you know, you're a guy. I told you this before. You're a guy I thought was very funny, and I enjoyed hanging out with you. I know that you and Patrick got really fucking weird with me because I don't drink, and you thought that was me being. When we were in Chicago, we went to that house party.
I don't trust a guy who doesn't drink or do drugs.
Right.
You're not an open-minded person. You're a wannabe.
No, that's not. I don't think that has anything to do with that.
But we left that party and you said, I can't hang out with people who drink PBR out of cans. This is too... You acted too good for that party.
Yeah, but I think in a way I felt attacked because you guys were like fucking pressuring me in the first place. Well, if I'm being honest.
I wasn't pressuring you to drink. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, you guys were. You were like, just fucking
It's
have a
crazy
drink.
to
Just
not have a
let
drink
back.
and
Yeah,
be-
but it's just not. It's not for me, dude.
That's fine.
You don't know what's for you yet. Stop being so matter of fact with everything.
But see, this, Mike, this is where your arguments don't hold any weight, dude. Like, who are you to say I don't know who I am?
You're absolutely right. I can't argue with that, man. I could say what I feel. When you bring up these things, I don't know. I don't know for all I know, we could be 100% wrong, and this has just been a weird subtlety that you displayed, and we got it wrong. That's very possible. I don't think it is. And if you don't like dealing with this type of stuff and it keeps happening, figure out why. And maybe
it's kind of what I'm trying to do, but it's
bragging. You're a blowhard, and that's what people respond negatively to. You even if you don't
think you're concerned with your image a lot.
I don't think that at all.
I know,
exactly. You never think.
But give me an example of where it's me just emulating being concerned with my image.
Cupcake shirts.
Because I like the shirts. That's my image.
Really you said that. You go, this is branding. I want people to recognize this when I go on stage.
I mean, I don't remember talking about that.
I know, but that's what you say every time you're caught in anything.
You dig your own holes too. You ask.
You did say that. It was like you're branding.
Yeah. You got to start going back through the archives, Josh, and listening to yourself in your brain, because you say things out loud and then people go, what? And then you pretend like, and the way you twist is magnificent. You do a good job of confusing us so that we can't really nail you. That's what you're best at.
Yeah, but like, it's hard for me to go from the perspective of like early on, I was trying to present a certain thing and now I'm not. So I can't remember what I may have fucking said in an attempt to present a certain image. And now that I'm no longer doing that, I can't think in that frame of mind.
Well,
that's the most honest answer I can give you, Mike.
Sure. And you know what?
If I used to be full of shit and I'm trying not to be now, and I can't remember why I would have done something in the past, I don't know what to tell you.
From here on out, when you start talking about something and you want to, for example, if you want to say how many albums you sold, and you're trying to make a point that it did well, I'm giving you hypotheticals. So instead of saying, oh, my album did really well, 500 sold, instead of making up a big number to get the point across, try to be honest about that number. Nobody's going to...
I felt like I was being honest based on the math I did.
None of your numbers match up, and you know that to be true.
Well,
they just never have. You spout out numbers.
But what makes you think that that's not possible?
Yeah,
that is stemming from your belief that there's no way I could have that many plays just because. Why? Because it wouldn't be fair to you?
I don't know. In fairness, I don't know what a lot of plays is, so I don't know if 1 million is a lot or not.
It's not. Trust me, it's not.
But
when something sounds unbelievable, people, a red flag goes off, and that's all that's happening.
But
here.
you don't think that has something to do with you.
You saying you don't think he has it is just as valid as him saying he has it.
100%. You're right. Still a thought that I have.
But who cares?
Who cares? Well, because it comes off as like insulting to the audience.
That's about you. You take it that way. You feel insulted.
Yeah, but that's a big part. Like,
but don't you understand that says something about you?
But Josh, you just said that wasn't a lot of plays. Then why would you put it in a bio like that?
I don't know, because it was something I looked at recently, and I felt like it lended credibility to the project. It's like, yeah, people like it. It's had a lot of plays.
You want the resume of a comic before you've earned it. That's what you want. You want that resume. You're not there yet.
Who's earned it, Mike, in your estimation?
You really want to ask these stupid questions?
I feel like that's a question that you can't answer.
To drain me of my energy?
No. So avoid the question.
Who's earned it? Are you out of your fucking mind, you little redhead fatso?
Okay.
Well, you're just proving that you're coming from.
Oh yeah, I proved it. Place. You know what's so funny about this? Jeez. I don't have anything to prove. If you know what I mean? Like, if I'm making all this up right now, and you found out I was lying about all these things I'm accusing you, who the fuck cares? It's not about that. So trying to discredit me or win doesn't change anything here.
So then why did you call back in? I'll take a $700 gift card. Apology accepted.
I've been sitting here the whole show. I've been dying to call in. I love calling in.
I'll take a $600 gift card.
So what hasn't Josh earned? I don't understand this claim.
He's an aspiring comedian.
Okay.
He's not there yet.
Okay.
He's not there yet. And you know what? Then, if he's there and he could write a resume that says, I'm a touring, or you've been to other places. Do you know what touring means? We all know what touring means. And I like how you use technicalities. You're like, well, I did tour. I went to a different place. We all know the difference between Dave Chappelle is a touring comedian. Okay? Josh Denny has done spots at different places. Okay? You're not a professional comic. You are an Uber driver.
And before that, I was a VP for Sean John. We all do things, Mike. I could argue Patrick's not a comedian. He's a podcaster. That's where he makes his money. How's that any different?
Think comedy, anybody is biting into this? You're so wrong, man. This is what I mean. Give up the fight.
And that's insulting to me to think that this isn't part of my comedy.
I mean,
that's crazy.
But that's why I'm saying that's a stupid argument. I'm not saying that as like, well, that makes you less valid as a comedian. It's saying that's a dumb argument. Because you do something other than comedy, you're not just a comedian.
I still do comedy, though.
Josh, you're an Uber driver.
Okay, all right.
That is not the same as Patrick making a living off of his fucking voice. You don't have that. And that's what I'm talking about.
But I do it through writing.
You don't. You haven't earned any of that. Okay. There's nobody backing
Mike,
any
you don't know that.
Okay. It's all a secret.
It has to be a secret, fuckface, because it's in development. Do you know what in development is? Yeah, I called you a fuckface.
Was that in return for me calling you a fatso?
Yes.
Okay. That's fair.
So diplomatic.
I hate being
Don't you still live in something your parents pay for?
Yeah. See, here we go.
Like, I'm being honest. I drive Uber because I'm alone in this world and I have to make a fucking living. You got me. I'm on my own.
No, but we don't have a problem with that. We have a problem with you pretending you're up there with the big boys. What's going on?
I've never said I'm up there with the big boys, Mike. You're projecting that. You assume that in these things that I do because you read between lines that aren't there.
When you talk on this show, you talk as if you're an established, esteemed comedian.
I don't. You do. Take it that
it's
way.
It's like when you tweet, like, catch Anthony Jeselnik and I talking tonight about race.
Okay, are we really going to go back?
It is like that.
No, but that's what they're saying.
But that's a baiting marketing tactic. Like, you don't understand the marketing component of that?
Stop with your fucking marketing then, because we hate it.
You hate it.
No, we.
By the way, teach me, Mike. Teach me how to grow an empire like you have.
I ain't
teach me
successful.
How to market. Teach me how to market.
I'm not successful. I don't sit around bragging all day.
Probably.
I'm working. I'm training. I am not there yet.
And whoever said I was?
You.
When have I ever come out and go, guys, I've made it. I won't be appearing on Nobody Likes Onions anymore because I'm too busy.
That's what you're going to do when you make it?
Right.
Oh, that hurts.
This is all in your head, Mike. This is all you taking things I say into the context you want to fuel your idea that me.
Makes you both look crazy, helps my ratings.
I don't have to. You've done a phenomenal job of proving that it's all in your head.
If I were there right now, I'd take that Asher and I'd throw him at you.
I'd love to see it.
I'd pick him up by his legs and I'd chuck him right at you.
Good. Asher left.
No, listen, regardless of if I'm dreaming this or not, this is how it comes across to a lot of people. And, you know, the question wasn't what's Mike dreaming about. The question was, why does everyone hate Josh?
I didn't ask
Not
that
a question that gets asked when just a man is dreaming.
Okay.
So if you have a problem with it, you know, people don't do this to. You ever see Al Jackson? People calling in all day saying Al Jackson sucks.
Yeah.
They don't do it to other guests.
We scream.
They do it to the ones that are fools and that are lying. That's not to say I never want you on the show. I want you on every show. I love
this reason only.
Yeah, it's the best way to promote your show. And by the way, all of your interactions with me are really just about selling Mike David to the NLO listeners.
You know, only somebody with such a gross view of celebrity would even think that.
Well, nailed it.
Selling myself. Anyone who fucking knows me knows it's the last thing I do.
Yeah, I see it.
I don't even promote my show. It's disgusting.
You don't have because you don't have
an
to.
hour-long commercial.
Because you don't have to. Because it's already there.
No, you know what? You learn. I learned a couple years ago that it's not about this constant climb doesn't make you any happier. You're never going to be happier trying to get more things and more breaks. And sometimes
I have
you
a different
sit back and
approach.
go,
Can't we
is
just
fun.
agree?
I'm having fun doing my show. Why do I have to keep working? Let's just have fun with the fans we have. And if I had 66,000 fans, believe me, I would be fine with them. And I wouldn't be trying to scrape at every fucking gig that's available just so I could be the winner of comedy.
We're different that way.
You lose track. You guys play Twitter like it's Angry Birds. Just fucking knock it off.
Take that back. I haven't tweeted in over a week. Take it back.
I meant you guys as in shitty comics.
Well, who are you talking to?
What is that?
Well, I don't do that, so you can take that back. I haven't had a good tweet in a week.
I take it back.
I don't force that.
I love taking things back.
I don't force. I don't force tweets. I don't have a schedule.
No, it sickens me. The comics, it's constant. I want this. I want people.
But you're lumping me in with this apex of people that you
You're
think.
damn right I am.
Okay, well that's not fair.
Goddamn right.
You're goddamn right.
You make it sound like I'm this generation of new comedians that fucking have this sense of entitlement, and I don't think you know how I apply myself well enough to make that determination.
Absolutely right.
So I'll use your words. Fuck off.
All I can do is judge you from what you've given me to judge on. And I've sat here for, 3 years looking at you, reading your stuff, and here's the judgment. I think that's a long enough time to create.
Mike Davis in a race war?
This race war, that I got to be interrupted for this race war shit.
Like the race
this
war.
is horse shit.
Periodic announcements.
I have important things to say here, and now race war. D. Fritz, you can stick up for me once in a while. He added me as a friend on Facebook. He pretends he doesn't fucking know me.
People,
I know you just fine.
People don't like you, Mike.
That is 100% okay with me.
So,
why should they like me? That would be an insane thing to think. This is where people go wrong. They want to be liked. They have to win this popularity contest. Enough.
Yeah, but it's not. I don't think. I mean, I'll talk about you and I specifically. This whole thing between you and I started because you were somebody that I thought was funny and respected and wanted your opinion on my album. And so you asked me for a free copy. I sent you one. And then you didn't say anything to me about it. You just came on to Patrick's show and talked shit about it and talked shit about me, which is really you taking me, reaching out and being a genuine person to you and making it about Mike David and trying to fucking
nailed it.
What? Witch's Brew?
Witch's Brew? You guys got Witch's Brew over there?
Yeah, but did you really hate his album, or were you being an asshole?
Yeah, you know what? Here's the thing. I didn't hate it at the time. I didn't hate it enough to make a deal of it, but it's forced. It's impersonal.
How is it forced if it's material I worked on for years?
I don't know, Josh. Why should it be great? For you to expect us to like.
I didn't expect anything. You're saying I expected it. Josh, I put out an album. I wanted people to know it was there. They can make up their own mind. The reviews are mostly good.
So you're mad at me because I didn't like your album?
No. This whole obsession with me started from that point.
Sad. Denny is winning.
Oh, yeah. That's where the obsession started because I go, wow, this guy kind of is out of it. This is fun.
People think Josh is winning now. So.
Oh, yeah.
That's what they're saying.
Yeah, that's what it's all over. Yeah.
Daft and
I just read that on TV.
Yep.
Josh, you don't look very happy for winning the argument.
Like David, you're fired.
I'm just watching him fucking implode. I mean, it's like you're defeating your own arguments, Mike.
Really? Is that what this is?
Yeah, dude, you're making an ass out of yourself.
Oh, well, shit. Fuck, man. Aren't I embarrassed?
You should be. You've just admitted on numerous occasions that you've had a 3-year obsession with me and how I perceive my career.
Race war.
It's called honesty, Josh.
Okay.
And you know what? People respect that. Nobody is sitting home going, what a fool Mike is for hating Josh.
It's funny because it sounds like that's what they're saying.
But it's
like
not.
You've been doing that.
Patrick,
Yeah.
what's kidding? You idiot.
What?
What'd you say?
What?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah. What'd you say?
I was just reading the chat. They're saying Mike is killing it. Mike rules.
Oh. They say you're
Again,
winning the race war.
Yeah, but that's Lexter and Moody.
I don't give a shit. It's not about me. I don't give a fuck if they all think I'm losing. It's not about
And
winning.
by the way, if Moody doesn't call in, he's a bitch.
Yeah, I think that too. You know, I don't buy these people who say they don't have a free minute to call. How do you not?
I honestly don't understand like how everyone hates Josh. Like it's like, where did it come from? Immediately, like overnight, just like black blanket?
I just told you it's been building up over 3 years.
And I'm telling you that's unhealthy and you should get it looked at.
Okay, that could be true.
No, but the whole point of it was that Mike isn't the only one that feels this way. He's just the only one that's willing to call in. And
hey, and I give Mike credit.
At
least he's not hiding behind his keyboard.
I don't need credit,
Fatso.
Hiding behind a race war.
I don't want credit. You know, I can't sit here and listen to this show. And you know, if I'm not on the phone, you start spewing.
Mike, hold on for a second. Hold on. Hello, new caller. It's some different.
Overdose. It's 10.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Plug for the OD.
Where'd Mike go?
I'm right here.
Oh, cool.
You know, the fact that Patrick would want a different perspective other than mine is unbelievable.
Well, the fact that my Skype is showing we're not on a call and I can't get rid of you means...
Oh, you're trying to hang up on me?
No, but I can't see your call. It says
yeah, it gets weird like that, don't it?
So why is Skype so shitty? Because it's Microsoft?
Yeah, I don't know. They change their platform, it seems like, every day. But let's not get off the subject of Josh. No, people love the Josh stuff. Let me tell you, it's...
The Josh stuff.
You know, Josh, by the way, every time fucking Deep Fritz laughs, it's because he's fucking loving this.
Well, you know, I like you, Mike.
Fritz, do you think you started this when you asked to be taken off his mailing list?
No.
What? Deep Fritz?
No. Off Josh's mailing
Fritz
list.
Under the bus.
Oh, Josh has a mailing list. Okay.
It was a text list, I think, that I was on. No, but I was gonna say I like Mike David. I like his show. I think it's funny, but I just can't agree with a lot of what you're saying because I know Josh a little bit differently.
No, I know it is different. Yeah,
I know Josh. I know he's fucking funny. I'll vouch for his funniness any day to any club owner. I'll tell them that I vouch for his ability on stage.
Yeah, it's not about, again, yeah, you guys see a whole different side of him. I'm just judging him on the side that we see.
Yeah, and I think you really analyze the stuff a lot deeper than some of us too.
Well, you know.
But it's a gift. It's a talent. And I know there are a lot of people on your side. Don't get me wrong. I'm looking at the chat right here.
Yeah, guys, not about sides.
I'm just trying to boost your ego a little bit there.
You sound real obsessed, man.
I am obsessed.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't understand why I'm not allowed to be obsessed. What
You're
do I
allowed.
Fucking banned? You know, what am I allowed to be obsessed with? Clothes? You know, let me have this. Stop. What should I be obsessed with? Tacos? Leave me alone. This is what it's there for, Patrick. You built it.
You sound like a 60-year-old.
Well, I guess I can't win.
What am I going to do? Computers?
Yeah. You're right. That was a little.
Let's put Moody on. I don't know.
Finally.
Is Mike still on?
Yeah, I'm here.
And Moody?
Hey.
Can you hear Mike?
Nope.
Okay,
he's
this
on a
will be
different
great.
call.
Moody?
Hello. How's it going?
Can you guys hear him?
Yeah?
Yeah, we can. You
Okay.
can.
Are you trolling me now?
Sorry.
Oh, I got to hang up on everybody. I got to restart Skype. I need everyone to call back.
Just start it.
This will be the devil.
Oh, no. We've gone robot.
No, I don't have to restart a computer. Is Mike there?
That would be weird.
No, he's gone.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, he wasn't showing up as a call.
Skype is shit.
It's the worst. Moody's finally... I just want to know where the harsh hate line comes from.
Well, Mike's shared his perspective on it
Josh
several
is a
times.
funny guy, but he makes it so easy to hate on him. Yeah, I think you just got to ignore it. I mean, I don't know. Mike's clearly a psychopath. Unhealthy.
I don't think he would deny any of that.
What? Am I not allowed to be a psychopath? Where are psychopath rights?
He is a passionate individual.
He's just a nerd trying to be popular.
Yeah.
It's too late.
Aren't we
It's
all?
not high school anymore. In your childish,
I think
fat ginger. Oh, crazy.
I think we all harken back to high school.
All right, Skype is back up.
Okay.
No, you can still talk. You're still allowed.
Oh. I have nothing to say.
Cool.
Just that I love titties.
We've updated Skype, so you have the latest version, including performance improvements and general fixes.
Fix all of it. Make it work.
Like
and
what?
Make it not be shit.
Receiving calls?
Yeah. I was trying to do a video call today, and my shit wouldn't show up. I was trying to mutually masturbate with my
and
friend.
then I got up to look, and my shit wouldn't show up. Weird.
Make it work.
Hello?
Hey, guys.
Oh, good.
You got Skype fixed. What did you call me? A dork? A loser?
I don't know. I say a lot of shit.
Why do you say shit about me? I've always been nice.
Why would I not? You're a crazy man.
Do you think that? Do you think I'm crazy?
I don't think you're stable.
Okay.
Hello? Moody? Moody?
Yeah, what's going on with Moody? Tell me when. Okay, you know what? Because it was hard to call and your Skype was being all weird.
It says current calls, Moody. No one's answering, he says. He's having the same issue. Hang up and call back, Mood. You Jew. Oh, see, now it's saying you might have to call back, Mike. See.
Oh, jeez.
Hello? Hey.
And what's Asher think about all this, or does he want to go?
I still can't
go
hear
home?
Mike.
Asher's ready
cool.
to go crash on a couch.
Well, this is all working great.
Why is Josh
I can only
silent?
hear
He has the opportunity to be on a show. Just
Mike,
sit.
you got to hang up.
Okay.
This is going
What do you
great.
want Josh to say?